A DBA, doing business as, sometimes called a fictitious business name or trade name depending on the state, is a filing that decouples the entity's legal name from the brand name it operates under. The filing tells the public, the state, and the bank that the LLC named on the formation certificate is the same business operating under a different commercial name. Most coaches either need one and don't realize it, or don't need one and file one anyway because they assumed it was required. This video sorts out which case applies to you. What a DBA actually is, in plain terms, it's a name registration, nothing more. The filing creates a public record that says, this entity is also operating under this other name. The legal entity is still the LLC named on the formation certificate. The DBA name is the commercial face it presents to the public. Trade name and fictitious business name are the same thing under different state vocabulary. Lots of legitimate businesses operate under DBAs. The filing is ordinary paperwork that documents the brand name versus legal name split. You need a DBA when the brand name you put on invoices, contracts, and your website differs from the legal name on the LLC's formation certificate. The most common pattern: the LLC is named Jennifer Smith Coaching LLC because that was the simplest name to clear at formation, and the brand the coach actually built is something like Clarity Coaching with no personal name attached. That mismatch needs a DBA filing in most states to be legitimate. Without it, contracts signed under the brand name may be unenforceable, and banks often won't open an account in the brand name without seeing the DBA on file. The mismatch is the trigger. You don't need a DBA when the LLC name and the operating name match. If you formed Clarity Coaching LLC and you operate as Clarity Coaching, the names already match the entity. The legal name and the commercial name are the same string with or without the LLC suffix. No additional filing is required. That naming decision at formation, picking an LLC name that matches the brand you intend to use commercially, is one of the cleanest ways to avoid the DBA filing entirely. Module 2.4 covers the naming framework that produces this outcome on purpose. Where the DBA gets filed varies by state, and the variance is wider than the formation filing's variance. Most states handle DBA filings at the county level through the county clerk's office where the business operates. Some states centralize it at the state level through the Secretary of State or a parallel registry. The fee is small, typically between $10 and $100. The renewal cycle is longer than most other filings, every 2 to 5 years depending on jurisdiction. The search pattern is your state name plus fictitious business name registration. The first official.gov result will tell you whether you're filing at the county or the state level. Understanding what a DBA doesn't do prevents the most common follow-on mistake. The DBA does not create a new legal entity. The LLC is still the LLC. The DBA is a name registration attached to the LLC, not a separate business. The DBA does not provide trademark protection either. A filed DBA doesn't stop another business in another county or state from using the same brand name. If protecting the brand name from competitors is the goal, that's a federal trademark question handled through the USPTO. Module 2.4's naming framework covers when trademark registration is worth the cost and when it isn't. A directed example shows the DBA filing in operating context. A coach forms Nguyen Coaching LLC because Nguyen was the easiest available name on the Secretary of State portal. She then builds a brand called the Practice Lab. Courses, group programs, podcast, the whole brand identity attached to that name. She files a DBA in her county for the practice lab. From that point forward, her business bank account is opened under the practice lab as a DBA of Sarah Nguyen Coaching LLC. Invoices, engagement letters, and her website all use the practice lab. The DBA notation appears in the bank account documentation, and sometimes she includes a small A DBA of Sarah Nguyen Coaching LLC line on contracts for clarity. Your check before Unit 4.7 is one question with a binary answer. Is the brand name you plan to operate under the same as the legal name on your LLC formation certificate, ignoring the LLC suffix? If yes, no DBA filing is required, and you can advance directly to Unit 4.7. If no, find the DBA registration office for your state. Search your state name plus fictitious business name registration. Note the fee and the renewal cycle, and add the DBA file into your Module 4 task list. File it before you open the business bank account in Module 7, because the bank will ask for it.